Hear ya.
Okay, hear you. Very good. Well, we're blackjack guys. Number 21. Number 21. It went fast, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Hard for me to believe that it's already been 21 lives. But, before you know it, it'll be 100. Before you know it, it'll be 200. Before you know it, it'll be 300. It goes fast. All right. So, let's just give you an update for the week. The pad is done. The approach for the pad is done. The back part of the pad is done for the lean-to, for the storage. And the door work is kind of worked. We've been working a little bit every night. We had to move one of our planters, our gardens, but it's fine. I think everything survived. We'll work on it this week, but we were doing a little bit every night when it comes to like raking and smoothing and everything. And so we're just waiting for rain to get everything to settle. And wouldn't you know, we've had rain 3 nights in a row around here in Oklahoma, and all 3 nights have went around my house. Now that I want rain, the rain won't show up. And that's just how it works. But the building is ordered. It's getting packaged up as we speak. Any new news except for the new small block and big block builds. I went out last weekend and I got me a $100 core for a 454, and I have a set of heads. Already had a set of heads. Have another crankshaft to go along with it. We'll be tearing that one apart. We started on the small block build. I'm going to try to get through that one for $1,200. And if Christina just throws her finger up and tells me if there's a question, but really we're going to be doing until the shop is up and running, we're going to be doing engine work. That's going to be the videos for the next several weeks or months or whatever, how long it takes. Is yours working?
Yeah.
Okay. What?
Thomas says for you to take your wife to the fair in Fort Smith.
Well, now Miss Presley is out of town with the boys at their fair in California. She's went for, family thing and for the fair. So we're missing out on the boys being here, so we would take them to the fair. But we are very, very optimistic about Halloween. The boys John will be old enough to go trick-or-treating, and we're really looking forward to that. I mean, Grandma is really ramped up for the holidays this year, for Thanksgiving and for trick-or-treat and for Christmas. So it's going to be a good year when it comes to being a grandparent once they get back from the trip.
Mm-hmm.
But I went for years. I used to go every year just to pay my entry fee to go get a carameled apple. That was my jam. I wouldn't go look at anything else. I wouldn't ride no rides. And I would pay my $6, $8, $10 to get in and get a carameled apple. But I haven't done that in about a decade. So,
Arslan says, "Stay blessed, man. You remind me of my dad, especially your garage."
I appreciate that very much. I mean, that's the whole point. I do have some news. I have one of the guys, the concrete workers, his is a junior in high school, and he's going to be coming over and learning from Uncle Buck this summer coming up. I mean, and he's all for it. I mean, and that's what this is all about. I mean, I just want to pass on before I go. I want my grandsons to know how to work on the old stuff. I want to teach as many people as I can, as much information as I have, to give it out to the world so that it doesn't die. And so, yeah, I have a young man who's going to be coming and helping me out this summer to learn how to do this stuff, which is amazingly cool. It really is amazingly cool. Is yours lagging?
Yes, as usual.
Oh. But,
of course I can't see.
But I did have a company reach out to me just today. they just had. They're called. Well, I won't say the name, but they're a online company. They make a lot of parts. Okay, and of course they're Chinese, but they just came out with a new line of cylinder heads, and they basically offered to send me some to have me try them out. So I'm like, well, if you think about it, the only companies out there making cylinder heads these days that have their own foundry is Edelbrock and Brodix. Everybody else buys their stuff from China and comes in and sets them up themselves. AFR and all their castings are from China, and they just fit them here. They come in bare and they make them, however they want them in house. But their castings are made out of China. So I figured, for a free set of small block or big block heads, I'm like, let's try them out and see what they do. So that'll be coming up for the new builds. We're going to be putting crankshaft, pistons, rings, rods, bearings, everything in the new build shortly. And it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be the winter projects, getting the new shop up in the dry, getting the new shop insulated, get the electrical run, get everything set up over the winter so we can just start kicking ass in the spring. And so the easiest thing for me to do is just build some engines for the next projects, and that's what we're going to be doing for the rest of the year. We're going to be building engines besides giving one away. Oh, by the way, if you guys haven't done it yet, buy a t-shirt, go on there to Spring and buy a t-shirt, and then send me that email with the screenshot, bigbuckslater@gmail.com. I had got to say the response to the giveaway has been great. It's really been great. I'm appreciative of all of you guys that's made a purchase. But really, if you think about it, for a built engine, all you gotta do is break in for the price of a t-shirt. That's pretty good. Now you got to come get it, but I already got a file set up. Every guy that sends me a screenshot, I'm printing them out and I'm putting them in file. And Christmas Day, December 25th of this year, Christina's on the live, which is a Thursday. Christina's going to pick the winner of that engine. So we got a lot of time. And the more times you buy, the more chances you get. It isn't just one and done. As long as you send me a new one, I'll print it out and I'll put it in a file, and we'll make the deal.
Let's see, Ursuline. Sorry if I say your name wrong. She says you're a cool guy.
Appreciate that very much.
So Chris says here right now in OKC, the fair. And let's see here.
Yeah, the fair's coming in about a week here in Fort Smith.
I think it's already here. Maybe. I don't know. She said my dad used to teach car stuff in his garage. I'm 25, mechanic. I think that's what a dad must teach his next gen.
Yeah.
Russ says, thinking about torque wrench, what's your recommendation and price?
The last video that I dropped, I did my little research, and that brand. Now I bought mine at Harbor Freight, and a long time ago. But the brand that I have on the last video, there's a link to it, and they seem to be highly rated. The reviews on them are really good, and they're not expensive. And so just watch the video about the tools you need for building the classic. That one that just went out Sunday, and there'll be a link for the torque wrench there. Just there you go. I think it's like less than $30 for a torque wrench, and they're highly recommended, and they got great reviews. So there you go. Either or you can go $21.95 at Harbor Freight. I've been using them for years, and they work great.
See, Lewis says square bodies, and and Chris said My cousin does heads here in OKC, DNS cylinder heads.
Now that wouldn't be in Oklahoma City. That wouldn't be Eric Weingartner, would it? Or is that, or is your, does he have a different company?
And Michael says the fair starts tomorrow.
Yep. I ain't going to pay $15 to get in to get a caramel apple. Sorry, I'm beyond that now. Next year, we're taking the boys to the fair.
Whatever. I'm not holding my breath.
Oh, by the way, hey, we just had our 31st wedding anniversary Tuesday. Yeah, 31 years of marriage, 35 years of being together, and 31 years of marriage. Yeah, that was a good day. That was a good day.
Yeah.
I think we're locked in by now. Wouldn't you think?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay. You want to know what the secret to a long marriage is? Sense of humor. Just being able to, just having a good sense of humor and never going to bed angry. That's the secret. Never going to bed angry and having a sense of humor. That has been our go-to. She's my best friend. And she's the one that came up with the idea for the shop, the new shop. I mean, she's got every bit of my soul in her hand. But if you haven't done it yet, smash that like button. Smash that like button. If you haven't subscribed, if you're just watching, subscribe to the channel, because we aren't going to stop doing these, because I look forward to this all week long. And all my regular guys message me all week long, make sure that we're going to do it. And yes, we are going to do it.
Have a 69 Chevy C20 step side with 4 on the floor. What power plant should I go with?
What do you want to do? Do you want to just have fun with it and drive it around and show it off? Do you want to go mud bogging? Do you want to go? It depends on what you want. The bigger the tires you go and the higher you lift it, the bigger cubic inches you need. Learned that the hard way back in the 80s. Okay. So my thing is, if you go anything above 33s and 4 inches or 5 inches worth of lift, body or suspension, whichever it is, you're going to have to go big block, because you're going to need the torque of the big block to move those big ass heavy tires. And then you're going to need gear ratio and everything to deal with those heavy tires. But if you're just doing something for tooling around town to have fun with, you can go a 350, you can go 383 or a 400. But yeah, that would be my suggestion. If you're going bigger than 33 inches tires, 454. 33 or below, 350.
Chris says it's Billy Dixon.
Billy Dixon. I haven't heard of him. Send me a link to. Does he have a website? Does he have any information? I mean, I'm always looking for guys. I mean, I just made a deal for some double hump heads just, an hour ago. So, I mean, I'm always needing, here in Fort Smith, Arkansas, I got 2 machine shops left. 2, and they're booked. Okay. Right now, it took me 5 months to get it back. It sat in his shop for 5 months because he was covered up. Okay. If I can find a good machine shop, if I got to drive 3 hours, so be it. But if I can get it back, quickly.
Michael says, I feel sorry for your wife for putting up with you for 31 years.
No. It's a gift from God. I am a gift from God. I'm sorry.
Oh, shit.
I'm a gift. See, the humor part? See? No, I'm a gift from God. I am the bee's knees. I am the best man that I know.
Okay.
Hey, listen. She's seen a bunch of rough old dudes. She's got a lot of friends with a lot of stories. Okay. We're the gold standard.
Dale says hi. Mike says Chinook in Tahlequah.
I haven't made the trip yet. I was up in Tahlequah a month ago, and I should have stopped by, but I didn't. Everybody talks about Chinook and Tahlequah. A lot of my friends here local drive up Tahlequah and get their stuff done up there. But again, the same problem is that he's getting quite a reputation, and in the backlog, it's months to get stuff done. I miss the good old days in the 80s when there were 7 or 8 machine shops in the area. And I knew some of the guys in the shops by first name, and they always treated me good. I mean, I knew a lot of people back in the day, but it's a dying thing.
See, there comes a sense of humor. Keep the good times rolling. Joshua says, hey, Uncle Buck, I have a 1981 305, and I have a freeze plug rotted in the front of the engine. Should I approach fixing it? Mount.
Okay. Do you have the tools like a cherry picker, an engine hoist to get it out? If it's the one that's behind the clamshell for the motor mount, yeah, they're easily replaced. I mean, if the motor runs good, then it'd be worth it to if it was me, it would be worth it to me to take it out far enough to get that clamshell off to get a new one put in, because all you do is tap them in place with some silicone and you're good to go. I mean, freeze plug, casting plug is like $2. It's just the work to get it up and out and get it replaced. If it's running good, that would be what I would do. I would just get it out far enough to get the new one in.
Dave says there's no white coat yet for Professional Pushrod.
Professor Pushrod. I love you, brother. I really do. I really do. I don't know if I can go that far. I don't know if I can pull that one off. I really don't.
Mike says...
I mean, I just have this vision of, the reflector thing on the bandana, coat and funky hair, which I don't have any hair, Yeah.
Mike says Superior Machine in Fort Smith, they did your Monty motor.
They're not there anymore. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know Superior. I'm telling you, Mike, get a machine shop there. Like I said, we're down to 2. We got one in Fort Smith, one in Van Buren, and that's it. I mean, Tahlequah, and then the big cities, have to go to Oklahoma City or Little Rock or whatever, or Fayetteville to get machine work done. That's the sucky part of the whole deal. That's why I'm trying to learn how to do as much as I can here at the house without having to take it to the machine shop. Oh, by the way, if you guys don't know, that's Uncle Mike. And that's the guy that he's already agreed to come over and walk me through building transmissions. So we're going to be doing this winter or this spring, we're going to be doing a Turbo 350 and a Turbo 400 build, okay? And Mike's going to sit on my shoulder and tell me exactly how to do it so I can show you guys how to do it. And so he's agreed. So I got him locked in. So we're going to be doing a lot of really neat shit this next year. It's going to be a lot of fun. Because it's stuff I don't want to see go away. I just don't want to see the knowledge disappear. If we get it out on the internet, it's forever. As we've learned from all this stuff from what's been going on in the world for the last week. If you put it on the internet, it's there forever. There's no deleting it after you put it up there.
It's a clamshell. Do you think it would be possible to do it with an engine inside the engine bay?
If it's behind the clamshell where the motor mounts to it, it's almost impossible to get it up, jacked it up enough to get to it, because the cross member is in way the whole 9 yards. If it was me, it would probably be unbolt the motor mounts, pull the clamshell off to get enough space to get the old new one in, which with on a C20, you should movement to get it up high enough to get the clamshell off, which is bolts, 9/16 socket head bolts, and pull that out of the way because it sits right behind it, blind, and try to get it out with a pair of pliers or vice grips or whatever, and then tap the new one in with silicone, put a clamshell back on, and just drop it back in its place and bolt the motor mounts back up. You might have to take the exhaust manifolds off to get enough stroke to get it up, because there should be about that much space, which on the front of the motor should give you about that much space to get your hands in there to get to it.
Dave said there's a hippie speed shop in Southall that's has but not equipped yet for cranks and blocks.
Yeah, and I went by when I came from your house the other night. I went down the back way, went down Dogwood, and I couldn't find it. You said he's down there in the valley down there down Pistol Hill, and I didn't see it. I looked for it because we had talked about it. But he's just kind of doing it on the side. I've never met the man. I don't know him. So, but machine shops are just getting hard to find. They're, it's not like it was back in the day. It's just not.
Mike says it's been a while, but I'll do my best, brother.
No, like we was talking, Mike, once we get into it, elbow deep in it, you're going to remember everything, and we're just going to go step by step and just get it done, because I got two of them to build. I got a 350 and a 400 that I need to build for new projects.
Joshua says, thank you, Uncle Buck. Pray for me. 77 351 upgrade original head, bigger valves, raised compression headers, and
read that again. Read that again.
77 351 upgrade original big head, bigger valves, raised compression headers, and ...
What are you asking of me? I mean, 351. Well, 351's, is it too big to fit in a 66 Mustang? Or am I just going 302, to replace the 289 that was in it?
Dave says, go south on Dogwood. He's on the right hand before you get to Redwood. Has a knee-high pipe fence around his lot.
Steel building? Tan steel building?
Robert says, some car or question mark F-250 truck. That's it, is what Dave says.
Okay. Yeah. Right before you go to the last little hill before you hit Redwood. Okay. Then I drove by it. There's no signs. It just looks like a garage. Okay. 51. Robert, what are you asking of me? Yeah, you can use the same carburetor. Is it got a Mastercraft or has it got a 4-barrel on it? If I remember correctly, if it's a 2-barrel, it's a Mastercraft from Ford. If it's a 4-barrel, it's going to be some kind of Holly, right? On Ford, if I remember correctly. Oh yeah, your phone is. Yeah, I mean, I'm like 2 minutes behind on this phone.
I noticed. I may have to get an upgrade. Oh,
okay.
Darn.
Should just clean up what is stuck 2-barrel. Yeah, I mean, the Mastercraft 2 barrels are not bad. I mean, I had one on an FE motor on a 69 Ford that I had for years, and on a 390, and it did great. I mean, I never had any problems with the Mastercraft carburetor. Now, once they get dirty, if they sit for a long time, they can be problematic, but that truck never let me down. I mean, I'm not a Ford guy, but that truck was Timex. I mean, I got it hot. I ran out of oil. I ran out of water, and all you had to do is put it back in, and it just kept going. Now, it had a dead cylinder when I got it, and it had dead cylinder when I sold it, because there was something about, they had one cylinder that was dead, but it drove me back and forth to work for a decade. We had it for a long time, and her dad gave it to us right after we got married, and it was a great truck. But those Mastercraft 2 barrels, they're bulletproof, as long as you keep them clean. But once they get dirty, then they have to come apart. You have to clean all the goo out of them. But then after that, it's just like them 390 or 360 FE motors. They'll take their Timex. They'll just take a lick and they keep on ticking. But I'm just not a Ford guy. I like my Chevys.
Iron says, I'm 17. I just bought a 84 Chevy K20.
Nice.
It's my grandpa's truck.
Yep.
Chris says, can I fit a big block Ford into a 60 Mustang?
Not with the shock towers in a stock location. That's the problem.
You mean 60s?
Huh?
I'm just reading what he said. He said, I meant 60s Mustang.
Now with the shock towers, now with the way they're designed, there's no way you're getting a big block in there. That was the problem when they first come out. Unless you want to do a whole front end redo and take the shock towers out and do coilovers and everything, retroed everything, which is a lot of money. That's why the 289s, the straight 6s, the 302s, that's why they go right in, because they'll fit in between the shock towers. Big blocks will not fit in a stock 66. They're just too big, too bulky. They won't fit.
And Robert says, last proportion valve problem, not lucky front brakes, but new pressure starting engine booster new.
All right, you guys are getting too technical, Miss Christina.
No kidding.
Okay, how big of a cam do you have in it? Is it lump to dump to dump to dump to? Okay, because everything, Dodge, Ford, Chevy, they all have to have vacuum from the engine to run the booster. Okay, so it depends on how big the cam is. Do you have a big, lumpy, thumping cam in it, which doesn't produce a lot of vacuum? Okay, and if that's the case, then you're going to need a vacuum reservoir, which is what I had to do back in the day, back in my hot rods, to run my vacuum assisted brakes. Okay, that's why, if that's the problem you're having. Mustang is not, we're not doing anything right now. We're waiting for the building to be done.
Yep, it's just my drink holder.
Okay, Uncle Dave says 351 Windsor is in the small block family fit, where the 289 351 Cleveland is in the big block family. See, that's, like I said, I don't have any experience with Fords. Okay, and then, okay, Robert, then I don't, without me getting hands on it and messing with it for a little while, I really don't have a solid answer for you to give you for that, since it's stock everything, since I don't have a big lumpy cam. But I do know that the booster needs to have full vacuum, manifold vacuum, not port vacuum from the carburetor. So just to make sure that new proportioning valve, I got it, but it's going to be something simple. Just take a break, back off, check it on YouTube, look it up, think about it, and the answer will come to you. And that's, I mean, I do that myself now to this day. When I get perplexed and something just ain't working right, I have to take a break, you know, get on YouTube, take the night off, and just leave it alone until it'll come to me. So that would be my suggestion. I mean, without me being able to like get my hands on it, I would not want to give you an answer and have you spend money that you don't need to spend. Does that make sense? I don't want you to like chase your tail and just spend money just to or buy parts just to try to just to try to figure it out. I want the best what's a good way of putting it? I just want the best result for you. Raymond, the new shop, the pad is done. And in it, I got a 10 by 40 back porch. I've got a 30 by 40 shop pad, and I have a 25 by 26 approach. It's big. It takes up what do you say, a quarter of the yard? It's bigger than I thought it was going to be.
First, you were worried it was too small.
Yeah, but okay, so the pad's done. The approach is done. The patio in the back is done, the lean-to. Now I'm just waiting for the building is ordered 3 to 5 weeks. Well, okay, 2 to 4 weeks from now. It's been ordered for a week. The package will hit the pad, and within 3 to 5 days after it hits the pad, the crew will show up to put it up. So worst case scenario will be in the dry 1st of November. Best case scenario will be middle of October. And that would be in the dry. But then the installation, the electrical, and all that stuff starts after that. So that'll work, Robert. That'll work. And Hunter 408 cubic inches for 450 horsepower for $8,000. Is that like a crate motor you're thinking about, or would that be a build you want to see done? I'm going to give this back to Chris. Anyways, we're just kind of glad, huh?
Crate
engine. Yep. That's a lot of dough. I don't have that kind of dough. I mean, I'm trying to be careful with the money that I do have available to get this building finished. Right. That's all I'm worried about right now. Speaking of money,
blueprint.
Okay, Blueprint. Yeah, I'm. If I ever get to where I can order them, I'm going to be buying them from Blueprint because I mean I've seen lots of videos. So they're top notch. Or Texas Speed, that would be cool. But when it comes to money right now, you guys need to buy a T-shirt. Get loaded up for the giveaway. I mean, if you guys that haven't done it, like I said, and once you get a screenshot sent to me, you're in the mix for the giveaway for that engine.
How tall is your new shop going to be?
12-foot walls, 15'9" in the center, which gives me enough space for a lift, and a attic. We're going to build a office inside of it and an attic storage for more storage. So almost 16 foot at the peak, 12-foot walls. Yeah, because, I mean, what?
I don't know what that says.
Gustavo, you're not translating into English. I don't speak Spanish. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I don't. I don't know what that means. The new shop is going to be not going to be really a man cave. I mean, they're all man caves. I mean, but I mean, you know, but I'm sorry, Gustavo. I just don't. I don't speak Spanish. I appreciate you being here, but anyways. You know what surprises me though? That my second biggest demographic besides American is Australian. I've got a lot of viewers from Australia. If you guys are watching right now or you guys watching in the future, I really do appreciate you guys. But like I got % of my viewers are from Australia. That's kind of cool. Literally halfway around the world, because Australia is like, if I started flying from Oklahoma to Australia, it's like the longest flight ever. It's as far from here as you can get without going around the globe. And I think that's just as the coolest thing ever. That my silly little Oklahoma podunk self is being watched by people in Australia. I mean, that's the miracle of the internet. I mean, we might not have grown up with it, but I'm embracing it, and it
took you a minute.
It took me a minute. You're right. It took me a minute, but I mean, I'm telling you, you know, life is funny. Life is really funny. I mean, I mean, there's been opportunities open up to me because of this that I would never have dreamed of. Never have dreamed of. You know, just meeting all of you guys and being able to pass on things, you know, and it's just one of the most awesome things in the whole world. It really is. And I appreciate all of you guys, every single one of you guys that are here tonight and will be here in the future. I mean, I couldn't ask for anything more. I really couldn't.
DeWalt or Milwaukee?
DeWalt. My son is Milwaukee. I'm DeWalt. I mean, I have an extensive collection of DeWalt tools. I mean, really, for the shop, I only have two. I have a drill and I have an impact. But for the yard, I have hedge trimmers, hole saws.
Who has?
I have. I bought them all. She uses them because, have you ever seen a redhead pissed off at the world when she couldn't get a weed eater to restart after she shut it off? I mean, we did that for years, and then the one thing I did was started this whole thing off is I bought a DeWalt battery-powered weed eater, and you just click the button and it turns on and it goes balls to the walls, and it really works well. And it was one of the best things we did. And then that ended up with, you know, pole saw. That ended up with, you know, hedge trimmers. That ended up with everything. Yep. We have an extensive collection of DeWalt stuff. So my son is Milwaukee all the way.
Yep.
Which, you know, why would he be like the old man? No, there's no reason for him to be like the old man. Of course, he's gonna, you know, stake his own ground out.
Mike says Milwaukee.
I'm a DeWalt guy. I've ever since I've been buying tools. I also have all my corded stuff, and I just don't see a reason to buy new stuff just to replace it to use batteries. Until my corded stuff breaks or goes bad, I'm gonna stick with what I got.
What can I put in my 262 V8 to keep it clean? And also, I'm guessing it's supposed to be for my transmission.
Okay, transmission, there really isn't much now. Lucas makes a transmission additive, which is really good. But when it comes to your crankcase and just cleaning the goo out of your old engine is Marvel Mystery Oil. That is my go-to. I'm not a Seafoam guy in a crankcase or anything like that. I'm a Marvel Mystery Oil because I've had many engines back in the day that were just had, you know how they get. they just get full of goo, and you can run Marvel for 200 miles, and when you pull that plug to change that oil, all that junk just billows out of the pan. It just loosens everything up because Marvel is a heavier detergent than transmission fluid, which I do not suggest putting transmission fluid in your crankcase, but Marvel is my go-to. I'll keep it on the shelf. It's back there somewhere right now. I always keep a jug of it around. It is the best thing that I know of to get old sludge out of an old engine. It works great.
Dan says hello.
Hello, Dan. Do you guys have other questions? Remember, smash that like button. If you haven't yet, subscribe button. And if you haven't yet, you know the giveaway. Got to buy a t-shirt to get the giveaway.
Dan says, how's the new shop?
Going slow. Pad's done. We're waiting for the package for the building to show up so the guys can show up and put it up.
What's the best oil to put in my engine?
What engine do you have?
That's Raymond.
Okay, Raymond. What engine? Fresh my memory.
I think it's the 262 V8.
Well, I like Shell, the diesel Shell, the T4 or the T5. If it's broken, you can use the synthetic T5. Rotella, Shell Rotella, that's what I've got. 4 jugs of it sitting in the floor over here. The T4, 5W30 or 10W40. It really doesn't matter the mix, but I'm a Rotella guy. I was a Castrol forever just because of John Forrest back in the 80s. But they're all best actually. But it's when you can get a whole gallon of Rotella for like $1 at Walmart, that's a pretty good deal.
Because the car has been sitting in the garage for 35 years.
Who?
That's what Raymond just said.
Russell?
Raymond.
Okay. Yeah.
That's for the 262 V8 is what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And Dan says he uses 20 by 50.
20 by 50. It's 6-1 I have to into, but if it was me, I would do Rotella. Shell Rotella T4 for that engine because it's so old and it needs all the all the extra minerals and stuff in it, like it had when it originally came out. Because that's what they don't tell you. The new oils don't have any of the additives that they had back in the day. So you gotta go with diesel oil, and I like Rotella. She's kind of milling about in the shop right now, looking at this and looking at that.
Yeah. I said all day.
Yeah. What time is it?
8:53.
8:53. Do we want to go a whole hour, or do we call it a night tonight? You guys tell me.
Yeah, because I want to put all the love into my 75 Chevy Nova Custom. D-Way Kelly just ran it across her page. I just subscribed. What's from Cali?
appreciate that very, very much. Did you have
Alfred
him?
said about go an hour.
Do what?
Alfred said go an hour.
Go an hour. Okay, we're gonna go an hour. All right. Yeah, we're just glad to have the biggest part of the whole thing done with the comes to the shop. Having the concrete all done and working all the last 10 days on the dirt work and getting everything moved around, and we're happy. I'm just waiting for some rain. We did the whole sprinkler thing for a while, but that's kind of pricey when it comes to water. I was hoping for a good gully washer today to get everything compacted and get everything settled. But, it is what it is. When you want rain, you can't get rain. When you don't want rain, it shows up every damn time. But I appreciate the new sub. And I got 3 videos in the can for the next 3 weeks, ready to go. It's going to be a good one the first of the month. That's one you guys are going to want to check out. I took everything I've been doing. I made one big one out of it, over an hour. And that one's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Like I said, we still have the giveaway for Christmas going on. And there's going to be a lot of stuff going on in the next.
Jim Lewis, Mike says Jim Lewis and Vian's still running a machine shop.
Oh, he does. I thought he was just doing. I thought he just had the dyno. I didn't know he actually had the machine shop still.
What's the best welder to buy?
That one, the Lincoln, the 140. It's 110, and it's been a game changer for me. It's really been a game changer. Put the gas on it, and because Flexor is okay, but when you really want to get to where you're filling in holes and doing meticulous work, if you don't know how to TIG, which I don't know how to TIG, that's the way to go. The Miller 140. The Lincoln 140. It's been great.
Alfred says, who taught you how to work on cars?
I learned by doing. By the time I was 14, my dad was really sick, and he couldn't physically show me how to do it. And so I went to Votech, and Randy Lowe in Votech, which was one of my proud moments, that he was the instructor when my son went through Votech. But I learned the majority of my stuff going and helping friends. Back before the internet, you had to go help to learn. When your friend called you on the landline and he said, okay, my transmission just went out and I got another one, I need your help putting it in. You went and you spent hours on the ground, on cardboard or in gravel, lifting, finagling, getting it all put in so that he could go to work the next day. That's how you learned back in my day. You learned by helping. You learned by doing. You learned by getting greasy and getting dirty and getting elbow deep in it and just learning that way. And that's how we all learned in the 70s and 80s, was just by doing, because there wasn't no internet. You had to go out there and get dirty to learn it.
John says, congratulations.
Oh, did we hit 29? All right, cool. I haven't even been paying attention. No, the old shop will not be for her garage. No, it won't. I haven't decided. This is either going to be paint bay or engine bay or one of the two. But the thing is we got to figure out, because the new garage is right behind this garage that we're sitting in right now. So how do I move all of this stuff that I need to? Am I going to do all the mechanical down there and the paint and body up here? Or am I going to do all the engine building up here and the paint and body and all the mechanical down? It's just big, but the logistics are just, the logistics is just moving everything. Oh my God, it's gonna be a lot, but it's gonna be worth it once it all gets done. But no, this is not becoming her garage. Although we've been doing a lot of sanding and a lot of staining and a lot of woodworking in this garage. All of a sudden, the same garage I'm building engines in, which, sawdust and engines don't go together. But we're doing it. Yeah, she says, tear. Hence the humor again.
Yeah. Is Edelbrock 600 CFM carburetor good for stock Chevy 307?
Yeah. I'm not an Edelbrock guy, but yeah, they are. I'm a Holly guy. Been a Holly guy ever since I was 5 years old. I've been, ever since I took that first ride in that 66 Mustang when I was 5 years old. I've been a Holly guy. Edelbrocks are not bad bad carburetors. Cartridges are not bad carburetors. Carter Fs are not bad carburetors. They just all have their picadillos. I'm just a Holly guy. I know Hollies in and out, left and right, back to front, and that's what I know how to make work. I've never been a fan. When Edelbrock came out with the new ones, I mean, I can remember that it was like 1987 when they came out with them, and it was like everybody was buying them, and I was just not. I never jumped on the wagon.
Mike says your dad a good man.
Yeah, and yours too, Mike.
See, Raymond says I have learned by YouTube. Dan says my dad taught me how to work on cars age 12.
Yeah, and I'm trying to get. I'm already better than my dad was. He was already sick by my age, and I'm hoping to be able to pass this on to my grandsons. That's my goal, and let them go with it. I mean, and let them learn and let them get into it and be part of the community, and I don't know if you know this, Mike, but your dad. I was working a night security job, and that's back in the day when he would go down to the dealership and he would work. He'd show up at like 2:00 in the morning because they'd leave him alone. He could do what he needed to, and I learned more from him in several weeks than I ever learned about body work from anybody else in my whole life. He treated me like his own.
All right, and so Mike Roberts says hello. Alfred says, I like you from the first time I saw you about a week ago.
Appreciate that very much.
Alfred says, it's the same thing. Jason says, sawdust and transmission on the other hand, LOL.
Yeah, sawdust and engine builds don't really go together.
Yeah. Well, this is my shop now.
This is not your shop.
It's my shop.
No, it's not. If you want a she shed, we'll build you a she shed where you can get all the sawdust you want. But when it comes to engines, they don't go along with sawdust.
Well, then we need to build me a she shed.
Okay, we'll build you a she shed.
Okay. Okay, and that's it on that one.
Is it 10 o'clock? Is it 9 o'clock?
Yep.
Okay. All right, we're going to call it a night. Somebody wants to go watch the game if she can find the game.
Yep. It's 21-14 Buffalo. Just in case anybody would need to know.
Let me tell you. I don't know if you guys know about the Buffalo game from last week. But she was so mad, she turned it off like at the middle of the third quarter, right? And you guys all know that she woke up the next morning to find out that they won, that they come back by a field. Okay, they won. But so when Buffalo came on tonight for Thursday Night Football, she said, I'm not turning it off. No matter what, I'm going to stay up and watch it. So she's been checking the score the whole time we've been doing this. You know, which she's not a Buffalo fan. Her sister is a Buffalo.
No.
Then what? Why Buffalo?
I've always liked Buffalo.
Since when?
Since Marv Levy was the head coach, and Jim Kelly was there. Hello. And so don't even go there. Anyway, Raymond says that what I want is a Holly carb on my 262 V8.
I go 600 vacuum secondary.
And the rest says go Chargers.
Now there's two. Apparently there's two teams. I know the one team is the Giants. It's her favorite because they lived in Delaware when her dad was in the military for a while, and apparently now Buffalo. So those are her two teams. So yeah, and Oklahoma, and of course because we live in Oklahoma, OU. You know, on Saturdays. So and it's been. You know what? The honest truth is what.
Oh. Michael, I used to like you, but, you know, Dallas Cowboys, no thank you.
Okay, see. All right, so what I am, and I'm not a big football guy. I mean, I played when I was in junior high and high school and stuff. But I could really care these days because I'm more into cars. But I am anybody that plays Buffalo fan. Does that make sense? Anybody that plays Buffalo, I mean, anybody that plays the Cowboys. Anybody who plays the Cowboys, I'm rooting for the other team. I'm sorry. It's just it's just my thing. I'm always going to root against Dallas. I'm sorry. It's just that's what it is. I'm going to root against every team that plays against Dallas. I'm going to root for the other team.
Let's see here. Deuce and a quarter says Giants, Jets, and Bills. Yeah,
you're right up Christina's alley. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Yep. So.
Because what was it? You was working when you was a teenager. You worked at McDonald's, and they would always be the place would pack up after the game. And shit.
That was after at Dover Downs when they had the races there.
Oh, that's right. Right.
Yeah.
At Dover, yeah.
That was a. Alfred wants to know your next video.
It's going to be prepping the engine block for the new build. That's the new video. That's one coming up Sunday. And then after that is polishing a crankshaft. And then after that, we'll be putting the crankshaft in using plastic gauge and new bearings and everything, and go step to step how to do that. And then rings, bearings, rotating assembly. And hopefully by then, once I get all that done, maybe I'll have a new set of heads show up from this company, which will be very cool. But I'm gonna try to, even if I don't get those heads, I'm gonna try to get that one built for under $1,200. So we'll see what happens.
That Mike says Arkansas Razorbacks.
Oh, what I was getting to is I really enjoyed the Oklahoma girls softball. I mean, they're always top five, and I'll stop my life to watch those girls play. Yeah. I mean, it's just, I don't know what it is about the Oklahoma softball team, but it's just right up my alley, and I really enjoy it. Awesome. Yeah, I really enjoy it. I really, really do. I mean, you wouldn't think that I would be into like girls softball, but I mean, it's a lot of fun to watch. Yeah. It really is. It's been really great the last 5 years. Even though they didn't win this year, but they run 4 out of 5 years. I mean, come on. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah. After 9.
After 9. All right. Do you guys have any last questions? Okay. If you haven't subscribed. If you haven't smashed that like button, smash that like button. If you haven't bought a t-shirt to get yourself entered in the engine giveaway for Christmas, do that. And like I said, once you get a screenshot and send it to bigbuckslater@gmail.com, which is my email address, I'll put it in the file. That way we can get the drawing. And every purchase is a chance. So even if you buy 5 things, you get 5 chances. That sort of thing. So.
Deuce says, Bucky, I'm waiting for that 350 SBC to arrive. When are you sending it to me?
When you win at Christmas. If you win at Christmas.
Dan says his team is the Georgia Bulldogs. Win every time.
Well, my son would say something different about that because he's an Alabama fan.
Oh yeah, that's a that's a contention right there. Alfred says, take care of your health.
Always. I want to live a lot longer than all my father and all my uncles. Yeah. I just had doctor's appointment. I had doctor's appointment Tuesday, and my blood pressure was 124/79 with no meds. And there was no meds. And my cholesterol was 128. 99 is good, and my triglycerides was 120-ish out of 99, and my A1C was 6.2, which 6.2 used to be normal. Now they want it at 5.8. What are you gonna do? But my doctor basically said, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great, for what you weigh and for your blood pressure and everything. So I'm on no meds. I'm good. I'm going to live forever.
Awesome.
Huh?
They said awesome. They said awesome.
Yep. I appreciate that. Okay. We're going to call it a night. I got to edit this all up and get this all back up for in the morning on YouTube for everybody to watch. I appreciate all of you guys. Like I said, if you haven't thought about it yet, go ahead and, if you can, support the channel. Every little bit helps. And I appreciate you guys so much. And we'll see you next Thursday. But just remember, we got Sunday at noon is always the uploads for the new video, which is going to be the start of the build of the new 350 small block, which was 355, well, 358 because it's 40 over. But we're going to go step by step and go with the process every week. And
Dan wants to know if we can get an XL tall.
Yeah, with the company that I use, Spring, you can get up to 5 or 6 XL tall. I mean, they're extensive. I mean, that's why I went with Spring, because they're made to order, and they do the whole gambit of sizes, from baby all the way up to 6 XL extra tall. They got you covered. So yeah, you can get whatever size you need, whatever color you want. Yeah, you can get whatever you need. Anything left?
Nope.
All right, then we're going to call it a night. We're good. Appreciate all you guys, and we'll see you next Thursday, if not sooner. Y'all be good.